You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Married to Jonas After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Married to Jonas After Show.
Hello, Married to Jonas fans. Bing is for doing, and we are doing another episode of Married to Jonas, Season 2, Episode 2, another after show, rather. I think I said episode. I'm your host, Cathy Kelley, and joining me in studio is Danica Kennedy. Hello.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, of course, of course. Samantha Leach is out of town today, but we are going to have all three of us in studio eventually, I promise. Of course, kicking off the show with Pom Poms, because we heard that song a lot this episode, and it is so darn catchy that we just thought we had to hear it again.
I really like it, and I like the music video, too.
Yeah, the music video is adorable. I think it's really cute, and, I mean, Dani had a little issue last week with, you know, all the hot chicks in the video, but I think it's done tastefully compared to some rap videos out there.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's just fun, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, the ending with the marching band, and it's hilarious. I still don't understand why they had to film it in New Orleans. I get that there was a little bit of a New Orleans vibe, but flying all the way down there when you could have found a stadium in New Jersey, LA, I don't know.
That was my favorite part of the episode, though, because I just went there for the first time last week.
No, it was so
Have you
cool.
been there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's the most fun city ever. And it was so random when they were shooting the music video in this episode, how they had that alligator there and the turtle and like these animals from New Orleans, but I was like, why are they there?
Yeah.
It's kind of random.
Yeah, there was a lot of random stuff in the video. But kicking off tonight's episode, the in-laws moving in. Bucky and Angela love them so much, and I'm sure Dani does as well, but she does not love them in her house. They are taking over, moving pots and pans, just putting their stuff all over the place. We knew that this was going to be an issue last week, but it really is an issue.
Parents are starting to cramp their style a little bit. And we know with like home renovations and stuff, it always takes longer than you expect. Yeah. So they're probably going to be there for a while, I think, and it's just going to add more drama and tension there because they want all their stuff laid out and put away, and it's not their house. But
yeah, it's definitely
their family.
I had my mom visit this weekend. It was for one day. Love her to death, but stuff everywhere. So
what happens,
Dani, I feel your
visits.
pain. You love them so much, but you love that they have their own place too.
I love Bucky, though. That would be so funny to
gosh.
just have him around as like constant entertainment. Just his one-liners.
We had a call with him last season, and he is absolutely hilarious.
He seems like the coolest person to hang out with. Like, he could just have his own reality show and people would probably watch it.
Oh, for sure. And he just goes on tangents about food every 2 seconds. I love it.
That's probably why I like him, because I love food too. I'm like, oh my gosh, we feel the same way.
Yes. So they're moving in. Dani and Kevin are still kind of considering New York. We saw the tail end of their visit. Kind of windy.
It didn't work out as he planned. He's trying to persuade her to move there, and they go on top of this building. We're not really sure what building it was, but it's just freezing and windy and not the best way to try to persuade someone to move there.
No. I mean, the apartment hunting was the way to persuade someone to move there, because those apartments were phenomenal.
I wanted one.
I would like to, but I will never get one.
Someday.
Yeah. So the Jonas Brothers prove why they can afford one of those apartments as they go to New Orleans to film the music video for their latest single, Pom Poms. Making some money with this single. It's a chart topper. And they head to Louisiana, filming this music video on a football field. One of the first scenes that they film is the brothers sitting on a goalpost. Seemed kind of risky.
With a bunch of really hot girls around them.
A lot of hot girls. Kind of a weird shot, but
it looks good in the music video. It is kind of weird, though. I was thinking, like, how did they get up there and how are they going to get down? And they're not, like, dancing or moving. They're just kind of chilling up there.
Ladders. And this is the first indication where Kevin seemed a little bit uncomfortable. We saw the brothers ate a whole ton of crawfish.
Southern food. You gotta try it when you're there, but it's not the healthiest and not the best meal to have before dancing and singing all day.
So darn tasty, but I don't think it was the food that was an issue. If the other guys didn't get sick,
it was probably that and traveling and everything else put together.
Yeah, something
probably didn't help though.
So one thing I just found very off in this episode is if I was about to poop in my pants, I would not want it shown on my reality show.
Me neither. I was thinking that too.
It made a highly entertaining episode though.
Yeah. He was like sick half the episode at least.
Oh my gosh. So right after they're getting into filming their music video, Kevin wanders off to the trailer. Seems like he barely makes it there before he has to hop in the bathroom. Runs out of toilet paper. Just the worst day possible. So sick.
But you got to carry on because there's all those extras and people and dancers that are all
half-naked girls when it looks like it's freezing outside.
So he had to pull through for them.
And he did pull through. That is honestly what A-list celebrities do. And people always have this misconception that, you know, being a celebrity is so easy because they make so much money and they really don't do anything. I'm like, they work their butts off. Like, that Kevin was sick, puking, doing a whole ton of other stuff, and he still managed to get back out on the field and film a music video. And when I watched that for the first time, I had no idea that he was even remotely sick.
You can't tell at all in the music video, which is great. You have to, you know, fake it through and just make it happen. Yeah. I mean, the celebrities that work on films all the time, I mean, you work such long hours and you don't feel well and you just have to suck it up and deal with it.
Yep.
So he's probably used to doing that with tours and all that other stuff.
Yeah. So the other boys kind of make fun of Kevin a little bit for being sick. Later in the episode, they talk about having an event coordinator for their South American tour because Nick and Joe want to have a little fun in South America.
They're single. They want to go out and mingle and have fun.
Now it seems like both of those boys have girlfriends, model girlfriends, and Kevin says he will be their wingman while they go on the tour, but he doesn't want to partake in the Latin lovers.
Oh, yeah, they were going to add some spice to their life. He was like, I'm married. It's weird, but
I mean, that just proves how faithful of a guy he is.
I know. It makes you like him more. He's a good guy.
Yeah. And, you know, we haven't seen yet whether Dani does go on that tour with him or not, but it seems like either way, he's not going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Which is good. So after getting sick, they end up pulling through the music video. Turns out really well. We watched it again before we started filming tonight's after show.
It's silly. That's why I like it. It's fun. There's just random people in it.
Yeah.
I like the randomness.
And it's so catchy. It's awfully catchy.
That's why they're good, though. It's because it's like their music, it's like a guilty pleasure for a lot of people because it's just so catchy. You have to sing along.
Yeah, it is. And there we go again.
Doesn't it just make you want to dance?
Yes.
Shake your pom-poms?
Yeah. So you can buy this song on iTunes, and you can also subscribe to our podcast on iTunes. All you have to do is type in AFTERBUZZ TV, find our Married to Jonas podcast, subscribe, rate and comment, give us 5 stars because we love you and you should. And also comment, leave us your feedback, whether it's good or bad. If there's anything you want us to improve on, if there's anything you want us to talk about that we missed, please let us know. We do read all of those comments. And in the future, we will be giving shout outs to people who leave comments for us. So make sure to do that. And also, we have a ton of other after shows here. So if you're a fan of anything else on TV, we probably have an after show for it. You could check all of those out. And we have a very special announcement that we are now able to stream AFTERBUZZ TV on iPads, iPhones, and Androids. So if you want to watch us live, you can watch from pretty much any mobile device out there, which is pretty cool.
Exciting.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Listen to it in your car or something.
Exactly. Don't watch it while you're driving.
Yes.
Watch it while someone else is driving. And listen. Definitely. Check it out. So, back to tonight's episode. Dani has her very first photo shoot on her own. While she is packing for this photo shoot, there's a very somber moment. Dina comes over, and she's really sad because everyone's moving away. We saw the very beginning of this last episode when Dani and Kevin were looking for apartments in New York, and Mikey told everyone that he was going to be moving to LA. So Dina's very upset by this because
everyone's leaving
her, and she said, you know, we always talked about how we would all stay here, and you guys are deserting me.
It is kind of sad, but it's also like
I felt so
life
bad for
moves
her.
on.
No,
she needs to. I think she should move to New York too.
You think? I don't know. I mean, she's
would,
at that age.
though?
She's just about to graduate from graduate school, I think, and she has the opportunity to find a job elsewhere if she so chooses. Brian, I'm sure, would move wherever she wanted to move, her husband. But I don't know. It's that whole Italian family mentality. You can't desert your family.
You have to all be together all the time, being loud and crazy.
And it's hard to find that balance since they are, you know, such a close family, such a tight-knit family, but they all also are in the industry. And, you know, Mikey wants to pursue his career, which means moving to LA. Dani wants to, you know, find a little peace,
her own job, kind of thing.
But she also, I mean, the reason why they would be moving to New York is because they want privacy, which seems a little off. But they don't want fans to like stalk them, and they want more security, which I completely understand.
You'd think you'd be more concerned about it in a big city because of the paparazzi and it's so overpopulated, but
that's what Sam and I said last week.
It kind of is creepy if you're out in the middle of nowhere and someone comes out. You know, it's more. I don't know. It's good to be around people just in case something happens.
Yeah.
They could hear you scream, I guess.
I think that Kevin and Dani should just get some bigger dogs because those little dogs aren't going to protect you.
But they're cute.
Oh my gosh, they're
Besides
so stinking
the peeing.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah. There was one episode in the first season where they were, messy.
Peeing in bed, peeing everywhere.
Ugh. Yeah, that's not okay.
Kind of like Kevin this episode. Sorry. Pooping everywhere. Yeah. So it's a very sad moment. Dina is, you know, she's upset that everyone's moving away, and Dani, I think, understands, you know. She understands why her sister is upset finally, and she comforts her and says, you know, it's all gonna be okay. Like, we're not just going to see you on Christmases. We will be here whenever you need us.
They're so close as siblings, too. I doubt that they would be able to wait that long anyways. They would have to go fly out and see each other. And I mean, they're not even that far, really.
New York and New Jersey, it's like...
They're neighbors
45 minutes without traffic, so...
It's like LA to San Diego or whatever, so...
Even closer, actually.
Orange County.
I've done that drive to New Jersey. It's not that bad from Manhattan, but it is still a lot further than a few blocks away.
Yeah. And for them, they have to be, you know, their family's just barging into their house all the time and every day. So it'll have to be a longer trek to get over to their house to barge in.
It is a bit of an adjustment. So there's some more crying in tonight's episode at the photo shoot. Dani has a photo shoot.
Moment.
I know, and this is something that I think a lot of girls struggle with, and I'm so happy that we got to see it in this episode. You know, Dina accompanies Dani to this photo shoot, and Dani starts crying, and Dina starts crying, and we're like, why are they both crying? But it's because this is the first time where Dani sees herself as beautiful.
She did look really good, too.
I mean, she looks gorgeous.
She always looks good,
all
though,
the time.
I think.
But it's one of those things that a lot of girls, especially, you know, girls who are that age, struggle with is, you know, going through your teenage years and through college years. You're very insecure with yourself. And to see someone so gorgeous, so insecure is just, it's heartbreaking because she's such a beautiful girl.
She shouldn't be.
She doesn't know how pretty she is.
But maybe this will help her because she's doing all these glamorous
completely.
photo shoots and stuff now. And everyone, I feel like she has a big following now of all these people that, like, girls that look up to her and think she's really pretty and stuff. Yeah. So that could be a big confidence boost.
I mean, she is a role model to a lot of young girls. And I think that helped. This episode, I think, helped a lot of people, which is great.
She seemed more comfortable, too, because we've seen
Dani is definitely more comfortable this
season. She's been kind of awkward about that stuff and really nervous, and I feel like she's less anxious about it. Yeah. And she looked so good. I loved the big hair on her. Oh, she looked amazing. And Smoking hot.
You can definitely tell that she's a lot more confident this season, and, I mean, she should be. She's freaking gorgeous, and she has nothing to worry about. I think she's got her own thing going on, and I think we're going to see a lot more of that this season.
It's funny because we're kind of watching her transform from not being in the spotlight at all to being really used to it. And we can tell already that her confidence and everything is boosting. And
it's
interesting.
Good to see.
Yeah.
It's really good to see. The photo shoot seemed like it went really well. Even got some dog shots in there.
What was the photo shoot for? Do you know what magazine it was for?
I want to say it was Glamour, but I think I missed that part.
Okay.
They said it in the episode, and I missed what they said.
Well, I guess we'll see it on stands and find out.
Yeah. Apologies for not knowing what it was.
Okay. I couldn't remember, so.
Yeah. So I think that about recaps tonight's episode, unless you have anything else you want to input.
No, I mean, just we're going to check out. I mean, we were checking out at the very end just more of the family drama about how they were trying to fit their stuff everywhere and try to squeeze, you know, another drawer out of them or another room and stuff. So I think that's just going to be a continuing issue.
Oh, for sure. At least for the next few months. So I want to get into a little news and gossip and then predictions.
AFTERBUZZ TV News.
So not much news this week, but first off on the table, I don't know. So Mikey DeLisa released a new song and played a set at the Webster Hall in New York City last Friday. A lot of the DeLisas were in attendance. Katie, Dani, Dina, whole family, all there to support Mikey, and it sounded like it was a huge crowd for him, which is really cool.
And he's going to be performing in LA, right?
Yes, and he is going to be performing in LA. I just saw that before we started airing, so I don't have the exact details, but it looks like it's online. It will be May 4th, which is this coming Saturday. So maybe we'll check it out.
Yeah. I'm down to go.
Yeah. And then I know that you have a little piece of news and gossip as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Kevin and Dani, it looks like they're doing some press and publicity stuff, but they're going to be on the Today Show and Rachel Ray's show the first week of May. So if you guys want to check that out, it looks like they're going to be doing some cooking and some interviews.
That sounds good. I always want to hear interviews from the DeLisa family because they have the best Italian food.
Yes.
Italians know how to cook. So.
We need to just join their family or come over for dinner sometime.
Yeah, definitely. So predictions for next week.
And now, Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
We saw that Mikey gets the opportunity to go on tour with the Jonas Brothers. And we know that that already happened because they already went on their South American tour. A little bit of a spoiler alert, but he gets that opportunity. Joe seems to be the one that offers it to him. And also seems like there might be some more drama with the family being around. And what else?
Well, it looks like Dani's getting a job doing some sort of article or something. Did you see that preview?
I think it was she gets offered another photo shoot, and that would potentially shoot while the guys are on the South American tour. I think that that's where the drama stems from.
So is she going to pick the work, or is she going to go support her husband and go on tour?
And I think
not
that
bad
he's
options either
no
way.
I mean, definitely she should have no complaints, but I think that she, and we saw this a lot in last season, she struggled a lot with finding her own thing to do, and now she's getting a lot of opportunities, and she's wondering whether they're because of Kevin or because of her, herself. And it seems like this photo shoot probably was a little bit because she's the wife of a Jonas brother, but she should own it. And that is exactly what the Jonas mother tells her to do.
That's what she's known for and famous for right now. So I say embrace it while you have it. And that's what I would do.
This sounds so dorky, but it reminded me of the Princess Diaries at the very end when Anne Hathaway is like, well, I don't know if I'm this princess, but if I'm going to have this platform, I'm going to use it for good. So honestly, that is what Dani should be doing. She has this platform and she has so many fans that she can use that for good, whether it's doing a charity or even being that role model that we saw in tonight's episode for young girls.
I feel like she is a really good role model too, so I hope that she becomes that to a lot of people. I feel like she will.
And I hope Kevin doesn't give her too much hassle for not going on tour with him.
She has to have her own hobbies too, besides him.
Yes, definitely. I think that wraps up tonight's after show. So, Danica, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Danica Kennedy and on Instagram and on my website at danicakennedy.com.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Cathy Kelley. You can find all of us here at AfterBuzz TV on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. And you can catch us here next week doing another recap of Married to Jonas, Sunday night, same time, same place.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.